I am honored to be here with Ambassador Alan Baker. I am a former ambassador to Canada and advisor to Israel's Foreign Ministry, and as an international legal scholar, and currently at the JCPA. Thank you very much for letting us speak to you. You just mentioned that you're working on a paper about the legal rights of religious rights of people to be able to pray. Can you describe that a little bit?
Yes, sure. Well, as an international lawyer, I deal in international law, international conventions, international norms and customs, and the basic right, the universal right, which is part of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, to worship, is internationally acknowledged. It's universally acknowledged. Nobody argues with it. The only problem is that the one place in the world that it's not being implemented is by Israel, at the epicenter of the Jewish religion on Temple Mount, where all Jews pray throughout the world. And so what I'm trying to do is to research. It's not yet developed into a paper. To research, first of all, the basic international right, because it's not just in the Universal Declaration, it's also in European human rights conventions and other human rights conventions, but also to research the history of the status quo. From my readings, I understand that there was a synagogue on Temple Mount in the early days, a few hundred years ago, and Jews were allowed to worship there as anybody else.
Do you know what year? I've heard that, but I thought it was like about 11th
I've got it somewhere in my papers here.
Okay.
I'm trying to trace the origins of the prohibition on Jewish prayer on Temple Mount. I'm not talking about the Wailing Wall, which throughout the Ottoman rule, Jewish prayer was permitted at the Wailing Wall. It specifically says so in declarations by the various sultans of the Ottoman Empire. But I'm trying to trace when prayer on Temple Mount stopped. And this, in my opinion, will be a very important document. It will be a dangerous document, obviously, because it will excite emotions.
If I could play devil's advocate, is there a right to pray? Would I have a right to go into the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and
Sure.
pray there? That's
well, obviously, you take into consideration sensitivities. For instance, in Hebron, the cave of the patriarchs, the cave of Machpelah, Jews and Arabs pray there.
Yes.
And there's an arrangement. They're divided up the area, and there are different times. Okay, there are problems there when the Jews pray, the Arab muazzin, the volume of the microphone is increased, and one thing and another. But it's possible, it's doable. And in my opinion, the same can happen anywhere else. Obviously, Jews have got no interest in praying in a church or within a mosque. But Temple Mount is an area composed of two mosques, and in between the mosques, it's not holy.
Right.
And if you look at what's happening in the initiatives by the Palestinians in UNESCO and various other places, they're trying to determine that the whole of Temple Mount is a Muslim holy place. Now this is wrong. They've also determined that the Kever Rachel, the tomb of Rachel, is a Muslim
mosque.
tomb.
They said it's a mosque.
So, there's a rewriting of history here, and I think it might use to put this in the correct proportion and try and correct it.